Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I had a comment and someone was asking, when Obama came into office, he said he was going to continue some of the stuff that Bush was doing. And so does that mean Trump will continue with the same agenda? And the thing is, now I'm going to speak in general, and what it is. First, politicians' first priority nowadays, their first priority is themselves. And the reason I say that is originally when the United States started, what happened is serving in government was a privilege. And what they did, it was mostly farmers and business owners. And the reason is they've got a source of income. They're doing something. They get ahead. Farmers and business people in general put away money. They don't live paycheck to paycheck because they don't get paychecks. You have bad weather for farmers and you have bad times when you're a business owner. So you get ahead and you are frugal. And what they would do is get ahead. They would go spend time, being a congressman, a senator, a president, this type of stuff. And then when they got done, they would go back to work. So they did their part of serving the United States. And now that's how it started. Nowadays, they are, professionals. There was a saying at one time, the best president is someone that never wanted to be a president. And there might be something in that, because now you see the presidents, most presidents are groomed to become some kind of government official, politician. I don't mean to sound like I'm picking on Obama, because they're most all like that. But Obama, let's go to Clinton. Clinton and Hillary, they knew they were going to be president of the United States when they were college kids. Okay, now, if you've got any kind of age on you at all, and you look at a college person, they are you're probably at your most stupidest when you are a college person. Not the college age, but the college person. And that'll be a whole nother subject. But the thing is, these people have been preparing to be president. They wanted to. I guess Obama was the same way. He was an organizer. I don't think the Clintons or Obamas ever had a job, a real job. And I would guess the younger Bush never had, he might have taken steps to have a job on his resume, but in the way of job with responsibility, like I say, these people have been they've been preparing themselves for government office. And that means they've learned to do what they're told. What I talk about, farmers and business people, they don't do well being told. Um, uh, it's, it's funny. I talk about me. I've always had businesses. That's all I've ever known. I've tried to get work, and it's not that. And I used to say, well, I don't take instructions. I don't like authority, and that's not it. It's just I've got a better idea, a better way of doing things. And the good employers that I've had, oh, they loved it because I would take the responsibility. All they got to do is tell me what needs to be done, and man, it's done. The problem is I make all the other employees look bad. So that's why I never really held a job for a long period of time. Once I learn something, I just go on and start my own. And so you have there's a bit of stubbornness that makes you do things like that. And when the failures come, you learn from your failures. And when you get older, you don't have so much failures. Hence, Trump. Now, I remember hearing about Trump years ago, and he almost went bankrupt. He might have went bankrupt, but I know he lost a ton of money years ago. And like I say, I've been bankrupt, and once I lost everything once, and then I went bankrupt once. And I lost everything when I was younger, and in my 30s, and I made up for it. So I learned something from that. And then what I learned was when I got older, and like I say, we got, well, I'll put it this way. I chose to go bankrupt. I didn't, I had the gold and silver. I talk about gold and silver. I had enough to take care of it, but I could either go bankrupt or use it to care for my wife. And I chose to take care of my wife instead of going on government programs, I guess you'd say, because I think I can care for my wife better than the government can. But I've never seen the government handle anything. So you talk about, is Trump going to go along with all this stuff? Personally, when I look at it in general, I would say no. He made a lot of money, and I would say just about all of it wasn't by what he was told to do. I would say he did a lot of it like me. He lost some, made some, lost some, made some, and he learned from his mistakes. And I would say he's probably stubborn a lot like I am. So, and so in other words, he's not going to take instruction real well. And now, for me, I went on the other kind of way, in the way of I had people wanting to use force on me. That's why I'm in the hurt business, because it's not money. I wasn't worried about money. I had gold and silver. So if people would use force on me. So I had to learn how to either avoid force or be able to make them change their mind. And I would say that's what Trump is going to do. And I'm hoping I'm correct on this. He's not going to follow the same agenda as everybody else, because he didn't go to the same programs as what everybody else has gone through. He's gone through his own program. And so going along with things, I don't know. He's going to have to learn stuff like how is he going to get things done but there's many ways of getting things done. I've made videos talking about how to own your own business without spending any money. So like I say, I've got my own businesses. I say they without spending nothing, and some of them were multi-million-dollar businesses. So there's a way to do things. You just need to think. You need to take personal responsibility. And this is what I talk about in my videos, taking personal responsibility and using morals. Now, that's the part that I am concerned about President Trump, is his moral standing. All the other presidents that we've had pretty much in my adult life, they've all had moral weaknesses. That's not a completely bad thing. Now, moral lackness is a bad thing, and many of the presidents that we've had in my adult life have not had morals, none at all. And just in the recent, like I say, we'll just go from the Bush, maybe Bushes, I'm not sure, and Clinton and Obama. There's no question that morals isn't what has very much to do in their lives, if any at all. And like I say, so there's things on that. So that's what I'm really waiting for on Trump. I haven't kept up with him enough to know if he's got morals. And believe it or not, there is morals in business. And small business usually pretty much runs on morals. You've got to have good morals to have good employees to be able to do well and this type of stuff. So now big business, they don't do morals. They go to the part of acting like they have morals. But as a business owner, you answer to whatever beliefs you have, to whoever you think is your creator, or who gives you the strength, or whatever, like that. Big business, their big person that they answer to is stockholders. So if you own stock, you are one of those. You're one of those ones falling in the greedy department. That's what I'm saying. You just look for a return on your stock. You don't care how many people get screwed out of the deal. You don't have morals involved. It's all money. And hopefully Trump won't, and I'm thinking he's got enough money, so the money part isn't going to be his motivation. He's old enough when you get to a certain age, and the money just kind of loses interest in it, especially if you've done good on taking care of your money. And so, and then like I say, the power thing is kind of an automatic thing. I'm not power motivated, but at the same time, I understand it and know it. I'm sure he does. So I don't think it might be. I think it just might be like he said. He's just old enough in the part of his life where he thinks he can do well for our nation. That's what I'm banking on, and that's what I'm watching for. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.